What's up, guys? Good to see you. Good morning, good morning. Come on, checking connection. Check. Ooh, that's loud. What's up, Josh? Good to see you, buddy. Haven't seen you in a minute.
I think we just need to do a thing. You never didn't finish your 5 points. So, just like like how it was.
So this is a Facebook Live for everybody, not the mastermind.
Yeah, I know that.
Okay. Just making sure you know. I'm not sure why this isn't working, really.
Because there's terrible internet here, probably.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. What's up, guys? How's it going? We haven't seen you in a long time. It's good to be back. All right.
We just need to be aware of the time. I don't know how to check it.
Yeah.
Check.
No, that's fine. I can use my old clock to check it.
This is not on. What is it?
1.
Check. Why isn't it plugged in? Something's not plugged in. 1. Check.
We're just not turned up.
No, something's not right.
Okay, bear with us, people. Some of the real stuff.
Check.
There we go. Now I can hear you good.
Over this. Check. Okay.
Okay.
Check. Okay. Check your level really quick.
Check. Hello. Good morning.
Okay, let's start.
Good morning. Okay.
You starting or what are you doing?
Trying to get on Wi-Fi. Okay. There. All right.
I still didn't do anything.
Yeah. If
There
it doesn't come on, that's fine. We're actually recording a live podcast that you'll hear later, but we just wanted to go live. So.
Okay.
All right.
Ready?
So what are we talking about?
Oh my gosh. Divorce. You wanted to talk about Dave Ramsey, right?
Yes.
That's what we were going to talk about. But
All right.
you didn't do your 5 bullet points.
Yeah.
Like you wanted.
Okay, that's fine.
So what do you want to call this?
Dave Ramsey combo.
Great. Good lord.
All right.
All right.
Go.
Okay, here we go. Hello and welcome to the Anatomy of Marriage podcast. I'm your host, Melanie Studley.
Good morning. My name is Seth Studley. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist, and we are back after a long minute away.
And we just want to talk about the things that we have been doing, what we have going on coming up, and all of the things.
That's right.
We are live on Facebook and Instagram. Not exactly Instagram because our connection won't work. But if you saw us live on Facebook just now, we just got into a fight. It was awesome.
She talked about divorce. I don't want to talk about it. No. As always, our podcast is still brought to you by audibletrial.com/anatomy of marriage. And y'all, I just checked the analytics again, and you guys are getting those books. So I hope it's helping you. I hope you're growing your brain. I hope you're reading the things that we have recommended because they are good. So remember, go to audibletrial.com/anatomy of marriage.
To get a free audiobook. You did not
That's
say
right.
that. Right now, I'm reading Wild at Heart by someone, Eldridge? I don't
John
know.
Eldridge.
And it is really great.
Yeah.
So you can go get that for free on Audible on us.
And
so
I just
do that.
downloaded the book Boundaries yesterday. So I'm excited to go forward on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this week, like I said, we wanted to just talk about where we've been and what we have going on because we've been silent for quite a while. But it's not for lack of trying. We've been doing a gajillion things. And so here are the things that we've been doing. Number 1, we today will get the keys to our home. That's a lot because it's not a nice home. It's a very, very, very not nice home.
Right.
And we're going to have to renovate the entire thing. That's going to be really crazy, but the property is gorgeous. It's going to be awesome. But
Yeah.
there is, like, imagine a super gross thing and then multiply it times a lot. That's what we are going to be working on in the next several weeks.
Right, and we are up for the challenge because we like that kind of stuff. And we're talking about tearing down the stuff to the 2x4s, y'all.
Yeah, like a full renovation. And it's not because we're, like, picky. It's because there's, like, holes in the ceiling. And,
Right.
But it's going to be exciting. And this last week, 2 weeks ago, whenever it was, we were invited to a Ramsey influencer event in Nashville. We had no idea what to expect. And you guys, it blew our minds out of the water.
Yeah.
Like, we went to this event, let me tell you a funny story. We drove there from Seth's home in South Carolina. It was like a 6-hour drive.
Right. From Greenville, South
From
Carolina
Greenville
to Nashville.
to Nashville. And we're like, oh, let's wear our cozy clothes. We're going to get there early. No one will be at the hotel when we check in. So we
Our
were
driving clothes, right?
We had our driving clothes on. And we were like eating, cheddar covered popcorn in the car because that's what you do when you drive that long.
Mm-hmm.
So we get to the hotel and we walk through the front doors and they're like, the Studleys. And there's like a table. Everyone's all dressed up.
Everybody was wearing suits and all this stuff.
Everyone was wearing like business casual Southern wear, which is 1,000 times more business casual than Washington ever gets.
Right.
And we stroll in like looking all
we were sporting driving casual.
It was so funny.
Yeah.
But so anyway, we got to the hotel and it was just the coolest thing ever. There was, we learned, we went to the new Ramsey headquarters. It's only been open for like 2 months.
Yeah.
We got a full tour. We got to watch the Dave Ramsey show live. We got to see Ken Coleman. We got to see Chris Hogan. I mean, it was seriously so awesome.
It was rad.
We took away a lot of really great things. That's what we want to share with you mostly, give you an update on what it was like and what we've been doing. But honestly, the takeaways from the influencer event were they were really life-changing. So we wanted to share them.
We wanted to share some. And so we were like, if you guys like Dave Ramsey or don't like Dave Ramsey, either one, the way that he runs his business and his corporation, they have like 900 employees. It is everything like top-notch. Like, work culture, I've been in places where the work culture was not cool, you weren't inspired, but every single person there that we met that worked for Ramsey Personalities was just on it. How can I help you? Let me do this. Let me be the absolute best at what I do right now. And everybody was present. So that was one thing that really I took away, apart from the literally world-class speakers, the hospitality, every single thing. It made me be like, okay, I'm stepping stuff up and I want to do everything right. Not do it perfect, not do it like, oh, I'm so better than anybody else, but just do it to the best of my ability.
Yeah.
And it just blew us away. And one thing that, how about some takeaways from our favorite speakers? Can you think of any right off hand without notes?
I just filled out the the thing that they sent you, the survey, and it was like 10 stars for everybody on all of them always, because we learned about like influencer stuff, which is like how to measure your metrics and are you making an impact versus just getting numbers and all these things. So there's so much to even think about, and a lot of it was just specifically to content creators who do podcasts and YouTube and videos and that kind of thing. But the thing behind all of that I thought was really amazing was the heart, the dedication, and the sort of like level of professionalism that was all intertwined. Like the faith, the professionalism, the dedication, and the desire to like bring the absolute best thing of whatever it was, whether that's a business podcast or a how to write a book podcast or whatever it is, or a how to write a book webinar, whatever it is. It was
or marketing or storytelling,
branding,
or being present. Like one of the things that I said earlier was every single person there was just present with you. They were getting crap done the whole entire time, and they were present. And that's important to me because I try to do both, but I'm not so good at it just yet. So it was inspiring to me and like motivating too, if that makes sense.
But it was just really cool. The whole event was, you're learning from these amazing people and you're in proximity with amazing people. We got to meet some people to me that are like people we've looked up to forever, like Blake. Blake's Blake's Bumps. Blake's Bumps. I can never remember it. But he's a producer on the Dave Ramsey show and has been forever. And we always have loved Blake's Bumps. Yeah. And then we got to meet him, and it was
we went to dinner with him.
It was the best thing ever. It was, and Luke Lefebvre. And it was just the awesomest thing ever. So we wanted to tell you a little bit about it. It's I don't know, it's probably boring to listen to, but it was really phenomenal.
Yeah, it was phenomenal. So, and one huge thing that I took away from that, I do too much, right? And one thing that I absolutely realized, so what we were supposed to do, we were supposed to go to South Carolina for 3 weeks, right? 3 weeks. We melted that down to 1. We were going to go to South Carolina, do the Ramsey Influencer event in Nashville. One day after that, I was going to fly to Dubai, do my presentation thing, come back, do another day in South Carolina, and then go to Atlanta for a Chick-fil-A thing, and then come back to Greenville for a day, and then come back again, right? And I realized just a very, very stark realization that has hit me like a ton of bricks. If I'd have done all that stuff, it probably would have ruined everything. Like our sons, our families, my and yours mental health. Like truly, it would have been so amazingly overwhelming and just like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? So I realized that, and it really kind of changed me like 100%. Slow down, do it, don't do it. What's most important, right? Family, self, and others are the most important thing. And I was sacrificing all of those things just to like do fun stuff individually, which is just ridiculous and stupid. So that was one of the main things that I realized from the Ramsey influencer events. Like, I can't do all this stuff and like do world-class stuff like they're doing, right? It's just like out of order, it's out of time, and it doesn't make sense, right? Unless things are planned out, unless you and I are completely on the same page, and I'm okay with not doing it, then I shouldn't do things like that ever again, right?
Well, I will say, you didn't cancel them, I did. Like, you were going to do all that stuff, and I was like, we cannot do all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I want to throw that out there that you
Yes,
might have had that
you were the
insight,
yellow arm.
but
Yes.
you did not put all that into action. I
Right.
said you cannot go to Dubai.
Mm-hmm.
We are not going to Georgia. We cannot do those things.
Right.
And it's I don't know, this whole season of our lives has really taught me a lot, and one of the things that I think it's taught me the most, which at first I was really like, this is the stupidest thing I've ever thought and I don't want to think it anymore,
What was it?
is like, I am just your helper. And I just listened in Wild at Heart. The translation for the word, like, it's like some crazy word, and it's like Ednar Flingnong, like it's a really hilarious word, and it's like, that's what the word woman means, and you know, like whatever. But the translation is they translate it into English as helper, but in whatever original language it was
Sanskrit.
in, its translation is lifesaver.
Ooh.
And I was like, that sounds about right.
Oh my
I can be your lifesaver, but not only strawberry flavored, but not your helper.
Right.
I don't know. It just made me really irritated because I realized before we left to South Carolina, I'm like, this just isn't working. He can't do it.
Right.
Like, if you're left to steer the ship, we're hitting every rock because
Right.
you want something fun to do.
Right.
And we're all not suffering, but like kind of suffering for it. And in the long run, hitting every single rock we see because no one's really steering the ship. I'm thinking you're doing it. You're hoping I'm doing it. No one's really paying attention.
Right.
Has been really, will have a long-term negative impact if we don't stop that pattern.
Right. So for people listening to be like, oh, Melanie's a bee, and what is this?
I own it.
Well, no. So I don't want people to misunderstand that. It's like, okay, I do several things good, right? And take care of business and all kinds of stuff. We talked about this before, like, thank you, Melanie, for doing this, this, and this, and being really good at it. You've told me the same thing. Thank you, Seth, for being this, this, and this. I could never do that. Thank you for being good at it. When I get away from those things that I'm good at, kind of like literally out of my lane, then sometimes I don't know it.
Will you look at the camera?
Sorry.
You're just looking at me.
Sometimes I don't know it, and you're like, hello, you're out of your lane. What are you doing? And I'm like, no, I got this. I can do it because I'm wishful thinking and all this stuff. And that doesn't work. So when she says helping and like lifesaver, like, dude, there's a semi coming this way, you know, in the form of Dubai and another thing in Atlanta and all this other stuff you're doing. Get out of the way. That's what she's talking about. That's how it's playing out. And like, I haven't listened to that in the past, and this was a real realization of like, bro, listen to it, do it, because it's the right advice.
And I think that, well, I mean, we...
Right thing to do.
Yeah. I said we were canceling Dubai and Georgia before we left for Nashville. And it was almost solely for the sake of our children and not missing school and having normalcy in their lives. And so then, but when we got to the Dave Ramsey event, the impact of being so close to such amazing professionals who have such clarity and focus about what they're doing really gave me this insight into how how I've been approaching parenting incorrectly,
Mm-hmm.
and how I've been approaching my relationship with you incorrectly from a wife standpoint, if that makes any sense. And let me tell you, nobody talked about what I'm talking about. Nobody said anything about being a mom or a wife at all during this event. This was just like what being close to such amazing people did.
The proximity principle.
yeah,
Like
no,
Ken Coleman talks about.
It was fully the proximity principle. Like, you're sitting there going, oh my gosh, these people actually are killing it.
Right.
And they're amazing, and they're kind, and they want to share, and they want to be helpful.
And they're fun, and
They love God.
Healthy.
It was amazing. Like,
it was like, is
it's like
this
nothing.
true?
Yeah, it
Like,
really
this
felt
can-
like a different world.
Yeah.
It's a different land.
Yeah.
But all of that to say, I think we walked away, or I walked away anyway, with just this whole different idea of presence, how to create a community, serve a community, love a community, be a part of a community that is totally new to me. And then that translated into our family and how we serve one another and how we parent and all of that stuff. So I'm just excited about the things we learned and how it's going to change our business, our parenting, our home, how we do everything.
Yeah. How do we actually map it out? And it's not like, oh, we found the key to this. No, it's like, what do we do? What do we have to drop? How do we actually do this? And that is, for me, quite stressful in itself. So it's not like, oh, we found the key and it's not stressful. It still is, and it's going to be, but it's worth it. And if we have vision and clarity and focus, then we'll get there.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, I think this is real life. We wanted to hop on this episode really quick, and I feel irritated because I thought you had a focus and you thought I had one, and so now I feel like it's whatever all over, and that even this is making me irritated.
It
but
is. I can
yeah,
see
because
your
it's
eyes.
well, I mean, this isn't professional to me,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same exact time, we did want to just update people
Right.
on what we're doing,
Right.
why we've been gone, why we've been absent. There's been so much, we're trying to get the mastermind has started, so we're present in the mastermind, which is awesome. So if you haven't joined the mastermind, if you haven't learned anything about it, go to anatomyofmarriage.com. There's a mastermind button, and you can figure out what it's for. But basically, we're meeting every week. We're doing a Zoom call. So if you're in the mastermind, you are talking to us. We are
Right.
talking to you. It's not a one-way thing. It's not a Facebook Live. It's a Zoom call, and it is so exciting. We're working on what you need to work on. So we have concepts. We're talking about ownership and talking about the 5 B's, this new principle that Seth created: body, brain, beliefs, bank, basket. And you can, if you join the mastermind, you'll know what the 5 B's are. If you don't, you won't. We'll make an episode about it. But that's really exciting, and that's something that's actually been taking a lot of our brain space to try to get that up and going and make sure that that's done with excellence. So I really want to encourage you, if you missed the show, if you want more of what we're doing, and if you want to see the better version of what we're doing, go to anatomyofmarriage.com and click on the mastermind button and learn more about that. Also, we are going to be speaking at the Get Your Marriage On event in Utah, November 16th. We will be there on the 15th and the 16th in St. George, Utah. And on the 15th is an adult prom, which is going to be so much fun. And then on the 16th will be the event itself. But we'll be in St. George, Utah. Like I said, November 15th and 16th. You can go to getyourmarriageon.com to learn more about it.
Yeah, so if you live in the Vegas area or surrounding, Utah, come down for that. It truly will be an awesome night.
It's going to be so fun. Yeah. And
what's up, Randy? And then what else? Let's see. We're speaking in the Love Hour Conference in Atlanta in 2020, which would be totally rad.
It's too far ahead.
Too far ahead? Well,
so yeah, but we've got that going on. But we just want you to be checking out all the things that we have going on, and we wanted to fill you in on where we've been for so long. Also, please, 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 for the love of all things holy, go get the Get Your Marriage On app. I don't know what y'all are doing. If you haven't downloaded the free version, you're messing up. Go to getyourmarriageon.com, get the app, download it. It's in iTunes, it's in Google Play or whatever that Google Calendar, I don't know. It's in Google something. But it is a free app. You can get a paid version of it, but there is a free version of it, and it's the app that we made. And that is the conference we'll be speaking at in Utah and St. George. So seriously though, I don't know why you're not getting the app. Go to it and get it. There loads of people have gotten it. I'm not trying to say that they haven't. But if you haven't gotten it yet, you're missing Isnout.
everybody's getting it. It's huge.
No, thanks. But anyway, we just wanted to do a quick update, let you know what's going on. We are excited to relaunch season 1
Yes.
Coming up soon, we're going to do the original series of our podcast, and we're going to work through each chapter in the mastermind group with you on our Zoom calls, like real time, like group therapy style, y'all. So
only if you're in the mastermind.
yes, so join the mastermind. You will get the workbook for free, which you can no longer get it for free. And in our Zoom calls weekly, we are working through each chapter as we release them in our main podcast
That'll
feed.
be a lot of fun.
It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. I'm going to cry because I love season 1 and it took all of my heart and soul to make it.
It did.
So I can't wait for that re-release. And then sort of the insight and wisdom that Luke Lefevre gave us at the Dave Ramsey thing, saying you guys need like bullet point takeaways for each thing. So we're going to be implementing all of the stuff we learned at the influencer event at Dave Ramsey into this new phase of Anatomy of Marriage. And we might have to rename the show. It says, how do you use the free version when I want to do something it asks to upgrade? It depends on what I'm not sure exactly what you're talking about, but some things aren't free.
Yeah.
So that might be what you're running into.
So maybe you have to, the upgrade is the paid version, which is, what is it? $5.99? $9.99?
No, don't pull a number out of thin air and say you know what it is. That drives me insane. Just pay for the app. It's really not that expensive for here.
Okay. We love you guys. Catch you super soon. Remember, go to audibletrial.com/anatomy of marriage to get your free audio book.
But more importantly, sign up for the mastermind at anatomyofmarriage.com and get the app at getyourmarathon.com.
All right.
We love y'all. See you later.
All right.
Bye. Okay.
All right. Bye, guys. Thanks for tuning in again. And we have a actually coaching call right now. So